What can I expect when I become a member of Dott Risk? In other words, what can Dott Risk do for me? Well, Dott Risk is an online risk management platform that offers at the heart online assessments and tools. In addition to that, we offer workbooks, guides, checklists, as well as other content resources such as recommended readings. At the heart of our offering are online assessments, and the advantage of these are that they give one a very methodical structure by which to approach risk management, but also very importantly gives you the flexibility to work at your time and at the pace that suits you. But very importantly also, you receive PDF report backs on the assessments completed for documentary evidence. You'll see here how to access the assessment webpage, and it's very simply on the Dott Risk member area, the Dott Risk member dashboard. When you click on the member area, you'll see we've broken risk into two categories: primary risks and then secondary risks, obviously sub-risks. The primary risks are the more important ones, being financial, operational, strategic, and HR people, and then obviously the sub-risks are slightly more detailed. If you look, we're clicking now on the financial risk, the financial controls. As we open the assessment, you'll see it's pre-populated your name and your email address, and I'm going to complete this with a fairly negative bias to give you a sense of how the feedback will work. So answering the first question about the culture of risk management and discipline, I'm going to answer that we don't have a very high culture of financial discipline, and then I'm going to either take sort of fairly middle of the road to mildly negative answers for the rest. As you can see, all of these answers are giving you between 4 and 6 options. We believe that gives the average completing person ample opportunity to identify with one. All our assessments are radio button based, and literally a 10-question questionnaire can be done in literally 5 minutes. As you can see, I'm now completing this assessment, and it immediately gives me feedback in the form of a score as well as an overall assessment, in this case identifying that we've got very poor financial risk and control, as well as detailed feedback that we need to appoint a suitably qualified risk manager, or accountant rather. And if I click the submit button and I go to my inbox, I will find my fully completed assessment there for documentary evidence firstly, but also to allow one to monitor your progress. So as you can see, accessing the assessments is very easy and completing them very quick. Moving on to the next level of support, and that is the Dott Risk workbook as well as some of the other content. Now, we designed the workbook to be a very simple tool that will help you follow a systematic program and really to try and formalize the risk management in your organization. And for many people, we believe that the Dott Risk workbook will serve as a central repository or almost a project management tool. Accessing it once again from the members area, looking down to the right, you'll see the downloads button. Click on Dott Risk Workbook and it'll immediately open in PDF or Adobe format. As you can see, it goes through a fairly formal process of assigning ownership, being a risk champion, giving a lot of structure to your risk management processes, from the formal acceptance of a risk policy by the individual champion as well as the board of directors or trustees. It'll then also give the structure to how a risk management team will be put together. There's a little bit of theory about the different risks, which again aligns back to the assessments, and then it gives you the opportunity to identify the 8 biggest risks that you've identified to your organization, as well as assigning ownership to them together with target dates. So once again, the Dott Risk Workbook serving as an invaluable project management tool in the risk space. So as you can see, this gives a fairly structured approach to risk management for small and medium-sized organizations. In addition, we have a whole host of other resources. If you click on the resources button, you'll see there under the Dott Risk blog some of the articles and pieces that we publish. I'm clicking now, for example, on the use of financial checklists, and you can see that is a fairly comprehensive argument proposing the formal use of checklists. In addition, we have other resources which, as you can see there, are third-party best practice documents and articles. And then finally, we've got a recommended reading piece, and this is for people who want to go into a bit more detail, together with hyperlinks to Amazon and Audible. And as you can see, I've clicked on the book The Black Swan, which is an excellent book on risk management and the unknown, and it immediately gives you the hyperlink. So as you can see, we've got a whole host of additional resources that will help you to manage the risk in your organization.